Everybody can see the truth now.
I know. You will not want restaurant. You are a journalist. It's okay. Please, okay. Yes, sir.
Continue talking.
Continue.
I will talk to regain my honor.
We are said. We are with you. Continue.
Talking now. What kind of process is this? Who is doing nonsense?
Ordinarily would describe as an unfortunate case being instituted against the defendant. It was actually predicated on the fact that the defendants committed offense bordering on assets declaration and money laundering. The prosecutions had presented the charge against the first defendant, DCP Abakari, and his younger brothers on the ground that DCP Abakari failed to disclose or declare honestly, as provided by the Act, the assets belonging to him and that of the wife. And it is really unfortunate that based on the evidence they brought to court, it was apparent that they had no case against them, despite the fact that they had evidence showing that the defendant actually indeed declared these assets to the best of their knowledge. And in the aspect relating to money laundering, the court made that finding that the prosecution they failed to establish the elements of those the charge affecting them. Yes, that is why the court, in his wisdom, described the action of the prosecution as persecuting, and that is what we saw in this trial. We all observed the proceeding from the arraignment to this stage, and we thank the court for this wonderful verdict, discharging and acquitting the defendants wholly in the entire charge. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, based on the asset declaration, what was the ground? Because I heard you talking about the money laundering issue. Maybe let me.
The asset declaration.
What was the ground?
They are saying, for instance, that the Abakari in person, it was centrally against Abakari, who is the first defendant, that he had properties here in Abuja and some in Meduguri that he did not declare. And when presented with the asset declaration form, he indeed declared that he had a property, farmland along Abuja Express Road, that he had a property where he's doing his farm, and the one relating to the wife that he indeed declared. And the court made that finding that from the documents they tendered, it's obvious that he declared. And it's not as if he has anything to hide or that he wants to launder money by the properties. That is all that the court has made findings upon. Thank you. I'm Julius Mba. Mba is spelled MBA without a H. I am under Dr. Onyechi Kwazu, SAN, who led the defense team for the first defendant. We thank him for his wonderful job in this case. Thank you. Yes.
The other, the second and the third defendant, they include his brothers, the two brothers.
Yes.
But I think since they have been discharged, I think is that any important for us to
Okay.
It's only one or two things. Yes, it's only one or two things that we're going to speak.
Okay, so speak, please.
We represent the second and the third defendant, which are the brothers to the Abakari. We sincerely thank the judgment, or my Lord, for dispensing this judgment. I think to my unbelief and the belief of the court that the prosecution did not prove their case beyond reasonable doubt, and they have been discharged and acquitted alongside with the first defendant, that is Abakari.
So all defendants were all on the asset declaration?
Yes. All of the defendants. Yes, that's the position. Hamza Nuhu Dantedi. Counsel the second and third defendants, brothers to Abakari.
Thank you very much.
That was all this SCPC police. They have remand order in their office.
Yes, so we let us.
They will just put the name of our magistrate.
Well, what because I noticed two of their pending remand order. They forged it.
That one is normal. Anytime you see any remand order given by a magistrate, the police that wrote the remand order. They will not sign.
Whether the people should just use your name like that.
Papolide wanted to remand me. Was it not September? When I went there, not October, that first month before that October. I told him to give me the remand order. He will show you one remand order. I wanted to grab it for him. He went later and said there's no remand order. There's no you do it and you use the remand order.
But there should be a base of
So he was led. I mean, they want to give me on the Friday, which they normally don't do. After that,
and we will see how they want their arrest as technically on the Friday.
yeah. After they arrest you on Friday, they now want to get you for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then Monday, they will tell you that the IPO is not available. How is it? What do you do like a Bible written by Sowore? You repeat it.
Just like this thing now, I'm a graduate. And you really want to do my assignment.
What they want to achieve, which they achieve with others. They want to jail you before trial. Not only that, the especially policeman from the beginning to the end. Well, I'm a natural lawyer. I want to know. Because the problem I have with being a lawyer is that I can't wear this your wig. That would be a problem. I won't wear wigs. No, the wig is a relic of colonialism that I don't support. So, except now, typically wear terracotta comes like the crown of the Oba of if you are crazy about wearing something, it should be your traditional. Do you know what? Do you know the meaning of the wig? No, the wig implies that the wise man, that the person with the white hair, is wise. It's a sign of wisdom of the wise man. That's why they place their hair here. You already have a hair. Why do you have to wear it? Justice as well. How is it justice that you put the white hair? Why can't the black hair? Why, okay, if you are crazy about wig, why don't you wear a black wig? Yes, like an Afro wig, and it will fit people like you.
No, the white
When you
the
get
white
here.
wig, not the white men now. The white wig represents knowledge.
That is the knowledge of the white man.
Knowledge of
The white wig represents. It says that the white man, the person with the white hair, who's the white man? No, it's not an old man. Who is the white, probably white man that has knowledge. And it means that for you to be regarded as white, you must place the hair over your black hair. That's already clear. That's what we got up with. It's because your jurisprudence was imported. But what I'm saying is that you go to the UK, they're no longer wearing wigs.
Even America.
America got rid of wigs a long time ago. So why do you guys don't fight to be wearing afro, black wig? Yes, that will look cool for a lot of you. Yes, because black man is wiser than white man. Yes, this is the source of civilization is black Africa. All this Ethiopia, that's why they couldn't defeat them. You know how many times did Italy attack Ethiopia? They couldn't defeat them. The source of the Nile is in Africa. The source of the best mathematician who started mathematics was in Egypt. Go to Egypt if you have ever been to Egypt, you will see pillars, and you'll be wondering where is the crane that carried it? If you see how they preserve their dead bodies, nobody can preserve people for 30 years in 30 days in Nigeria. The body has fallen. People they preserve thousands of years ago. I went to Egypt and they said they went and brought paint to paint over some of the old piers from Germany. The paint started wearing away after 30 years. The ones there that they painted over have been 3,000 years and it's still. So how can white man tell you that he has knowledge? That's cunning man now. It's because they are cunning. And black people have knowledge, but you know what has happened to black people? There's a problem we are facing in this country. We gave everything we have to the white man. We gave away our knowledge, our religion, our culture. Somebody will be correcting you that you don't speak proper English. Now you go and correct the Queen of English, England, that they don't speak proper Igala or Yoruba. But if you go on Facebook now and say, your grammar is not correct, is English my original language? But the problem is that when it comes to black people, our things are inferior. And we accept things that are brought from outside as superior. That's the problem of black man. And until we do that, when they were looking for people, we gave our strongest, tallest, most beautiful people into slavery. And you left the kings. And the kings are useless. They are the ones who helped to save slavery. Over 4 million people were transported out of Malawi. They are still celebrating the story of it. People that have been celebrating like the night. But what did these black people, when you look at when they were looking for slaves, it's two major areas on the continent: Angola and West Africa. This Nigeria, Badagry, Ghana, they used to call it the slave coast. That's the original name of it. Because the best slaves were from there. So they now left all these useless people who are now our leaders. Those are the people they should have carried away and made good people. I'm not supporting slavery. To carry a party, then leave correct people. Then the country will look somehow absolutely. There's no question about that. That's why we don't engage in the argument with anybody about leadership.
So they will scam.
There's nothing. Police is nothing. You know. See, you people are looking at police as if police is a difficult thing to do. It's the easiest part of the reform that you need to do. If you just bring the police force down and say, look, this is your job. Are you getting my point? Protect people. Even vigilantes are doing better jobs than police now. If vigilantes are protect police. What's the job? Protect the street, apprehend lawbreakers, and gather intelligence to know who the lawbreakers are before they even carry
And
out.
you see, the problem we normally have, especially for those of us who are in the criminal defense system,
Yes.
you get to see. I did a case where the whole gamut of police case for a case of kidnapping was a police investigator. You know that under a law of evidence, it's like a secondary evidence,
Yeah.
like hearsay, because all he does is like to tell you what he did in investigation. It's like
You don't know what they are
around
doing.
which
You don't know what they are
you
doing.
tie every other witness.
No,
So if
you-
you don't bring that one witness who say he was kidnapped, you cannot use 20 or 30 policemen with investigated to convict him.
Let me tell you what they are doing.
Do you understand?
They did it on purpose to make sure that that case falls apart. You know, because when police do real investigation, they will go and look for their phones. They would have arrested other people that they have left already. So they will not be forced to bring one guy to ensure that, because there has been communication with the further communication when they are in police custody. Family will be coming, they will be discussing, if you bring criminal, we can let him go. You understand? So by the time they get to court, they have already collected enough money. They are compromised. They have compromised the investigation, they have compromised even the filing of the case. And then you must have also experienced that police prosecutors don't like to come to court. Maybe they'll come once
And
in a
there
year.
are some draft of charges. We're going to ask yourself, like this
Who drafted it?
Malami's charge. You know,
Yeah.
you're charging him for what he did in his office as Attorney General. As
Malamis
aiding
is part of what I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
But maybe
Malami's
that
case,
charge should have come 3 months after I left his office, assuming.
no. Malami's case is also designed to fail.
No,
Is there anybody that left office in the last 20 years, since 2000, let's say year 2000, maybe when it started the EFCC, is there anybody that left office that actually served punishment? You want to say that spent maybe 2 weeks in prison. They brought him to Garcia City. He was even selling land there. He was getting people pregnant there. You understand?
Inside
He came in, was the former governor of after 2 weeks, he left prison. Now back in the system now. All Jews are the cases are going on since 2007.
Now it's
You know, so all these ones that they are doing, they're telling you that Malami, they are still dealing with Malami because he has not agreed to join the proper party. Also, look at Yaya Bello. He's likely to be Tinubu's campaign manager in the 2027 election. Why don't you ask about what's it called? This government Mefiole. Where is he? Can you find out where he is? They have left him alone. They have collected what they want to collect. The guy has disappeared. Nobody talks about him anymore. He has disappeared from the radar. So they are still dealing with Malami and Erufai because they want to, exactly. The moment they finish what they are doing with them and they return back to the ruling party, or they collect enough from them, the case will fizzle out. They are also waiting for the public because they know that Nigerian public has low memory. Their memory is like 6 MB. So you forget quickly. It's always full. And they're waiting for the public to forget and they'll just be dismissing the cases one by one on technical grounds.
Serious.
That's what it is now.
They just decide to
Is it not the same Tinubu that pardons murderers, kidnappers, and all that? And then said, oh, we didn't know. You think you didn't know that those kidnappers and murderers,
They just flew that.
they are his colleagues in crime. So they say, the public is shouting, okay. After a while, they will now go and pack another set of people to distract their attention. And 2027 will come. Everybody will forget that they are trying to. And for the elites, the political elites in Nigeria, this is what I tell people about to know. They have the best conflict resolution mechanism in the world. So at this Malami thing, every the traditional rulers are getting involved, emirs, so judges. You just say one day, the judge will come and say that they can't find one file. And they should go home. Or recuse their hand. And they have the three judges they have recused themselves from Malami's case alone. Nobody has ever recused themselves from my case. They bring Sowore here, bring it to my court. So that's the way it works. It's a very sad. These are the people who make it happen. All these interesting characters. Yeah. They're all laughing at us as we're talking. Seriously.
Yeah.
Really there.
Uh,